Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? Our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
Let me know. Hello, everybody. We're a little late to the stream. Sorry about 30 seconds. It was because I was making a coffee. I'm also not used to them starting on time. Can you imagine that? Oh, we got a play by Sweden already. Do we have a goal? Oh, they're trying. They're pushing. Eriksson Ek really wanted that to go in. Yeah, listen. I just to give you a heads up. Hi, I'm Adam Wylde. It's nice to see you. I am going to have throughout the first period a little bit of trouble because I couldn't log into YouTube Studio before we got started here. A little bit of trouble answering all your super chats. I'm going to try to get to them all. Also, I am losing my voice a little bit, as you can probably tell. It's a great time to be losing your voice right as the men's tournament kicks off. But hey, you know what? Why not? Why not have children? They said. Why not? Why not have children and be sick the rest of your life? Anyway. Hi, we just also finished up recording the SDP, which was super fun today. I can't wait for you guys to watch, and we're going to have a good old time. The Italians actually won a face-off draw. Now, listen, my question to you to start this game is how many goals, we talked about this on the SDP, how many goals the Italians get in this tournament? I think the over-under was 2.5. Can they do it in this game alone? Yanni Avisto. Hey, Adam. Hello from Finland. Tough game for Finland this afternoon, Yanni. I can't believe that. Slovakia. That was nuts. What a crazy game. Montreal fans got to be pumped about Slavkovsky. Also, that goalie for the Slovakians, he's like the 5th goalie in the Wild system. They're just a goalie factory right now. Unreal. So anyway, by the way, I should introduce my co-host for this evening. I guess this afternoon. Maddie is running the stream, and Justin is on the SDPN chat. So hello, everybody. Welcome. We're so excited to have you here. Already 35 likes, too. Look at that. Now, there's going to be a whole bunch of names on this Italian team that I've only read once. So I'm not going to pretend to know. But I will be following Team Sweden and Team USA throughout this tournament. Maybe they'll even play each other. Here comes Pedersen across the line. I'm expecting to see mostly the Swedes in the Italian zone. And remember, tiebreakers in tournaments like these are goals scored. So you do kind of need to run up the score. We got Thailand checking in. We got Switzerland checking in. We got Finland checking in. Hey, Adam, can we get a rundown on Alessandro Segafredo? I don't know anything about Alessandro Segafredo, but I can look him up. Let's look up Alessandro. Alessandro. It's a great name. Oh, we got an Italian breakaway shot. Oh, all right. Alessandro Segafredo. Plays for Zurich, has 2 points in 7 games this year. That's pretty good. That's high level. Very high level. What's up, Maddie? I have to shout out Italy's sock game. The socks are the Italian flag. Yeah, no, you're right. It is a crazy. You know what? Maddie points this out, and it's a good point. She said, you got to shout out their sock game. It's crazy. Listen, the Italians are moving the puck pretty darn well 3 minutes into this game. Throwing some hits. Oh, created a turnover. How about that? Listen, I'm not saying they don't know how to play hockey. I'm just saying if this tournament was not in Italy, the Italian team wouldn't be here. So it's going to be fun to watch them. This is the first international Italian squad that I've ever watched. And it's probably the first time for you, too. By the way, checking in with everybody. Is anybody from Sweden in the chat? Got to know how you feel about that Finland loss today. Got to know. That's major for your bracket. And we were talking about that Slovakia-Finland game like that was the important game for Slovakia because we think they could beat the Italians, probably give the edge to Sweden when they take them on, but that leaves them 2-1 if everything goes well, and that would put them second in the bracket. Now, Finland's got to beat a really tough Sweden team without Barkov, and they got to beat the Italians, which we think is doable. This bracket is the toughest one in the entire Olympics, the entire international men's hockey tournament, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about this. So, TJ says, "Hello, I'm a happy Swede." Is Forsberg the 13th forward, or am I losing my mind? He's not actually the 13th forward. He's a guy that they're going to float in on every other line. Like, and also you got to remember the the left side of Sweden's lineup is much better than their right side, which is why Holmberg's there instead of Forsberg. See what I'm saying? Oh, Jesse Blakelander. Nylander is my dad. I like that. And Nylander is out there. Are you apparently still dealing with that injury? Oh, we almost have a play from Eriksson Ek there. All set up by William Nylander, might I add. How would you pronounce Jesse Blake in Swedish? Jesse Blake, I think. How to my Swedish, Norwegian, and Finnish friends? How close was I there? Jesse Blake. Is that because it's like there's always like a little like a da da in every Nylander, you know? Fun fact, Italy's coach is Finnish legend Jukka Jalonen. Wow. I know that name. I don't know why I know that name, but I know that name. Oh, the Italians! The Italians scored! First shot of the game, first shot of the tournament. It's Frigo! Woo! The Italians have opened the freaking scoring today. Come on. That's insane. Frigo! Frigo! Come on, baby! How did the Swedes let this happen? Are we going to see 2 upsets today? Also, this is really just weird. What was Gustafsson doing there? So it's a really good dump in. It goes against Gustafsson. He drops his stick, doesn't commit to going out and getting it, and Frigo takes advantage. Look at that. That is flipping nuts. Wow. Maddie's like, why did he throw a stick? I think he just lost it. His name's Luca Frigo, by the way. Luca Frigo from Montecaleri, Italy. He's 32 years old. Okay. We got to play there by Kempe. Man, they do not mess around with international hockey. NHL hockey is so slow. That is in terms of like getting back and dropping the puck. Luca Frigo was undrafted, by the way. Luca Frigo. I'm gonna look up his hockey DB. Luca Frigo. What else can we find out? Italian ice hockey player. He plays in Bolzano HC in the Austrian league. Pretty good scorer, but not like a point a game guy. Good for him. That's awesome. What a great start in front of all the Italian fans. And here come the Italians again. This is against NHL players. Need I remind you? I hope Steve's driving home right now. I hope he's listening in his car. Maddie says, do you think they have a radio broadcast for this locally? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, this is hockey, I think, is one of the marquee sports in the Olympics. I mean, obviously, if you're one of the Nordic. Oh, Pettersson! Deeks the goalie, tries to go around. Oh, man. Wow, what a wild start to this game. If I had told you, by the way, that 5 minutes into the game, Italy would already have 3 shots, would you have believed me? Forget the goal. 5 shots. Now, the Italian goaltender goes out to challenge Pettersson here. Pettersson dekes him out, but is not able to finish on that wraparound. This has been a great start. Excuse me. Again, losing the voice. Wow. I'm loving this. This is amazing. Also, this has just been, I think it's Mike Johnson and Chris Cuthbert on the call too on the broadcast, which is crazy because they're combining the sports networks here in Canada, TSN, CBC, and Sportsnet. Luca Frigo opens the scoring, baby. Eric Carlson behind the net. Gets the puck up. We're going to see a lot of rushes. Brought. Oh, they couldn't find him. The Italians are moving the puck really, really well. You could tell they're like, listen, if we're going to have a hope in hell, we're going to have to play a bit of a wide open game here. Brought across the line. He's going one-on-one. Goaltender with a save. Wow. This is a great hockey game. This is fun. All right. Now, the Italians, it looks like, have taken a penalty here. The Swedes are going to try to play this out as long as they can. Oh, Nylander with a chance there. I'm just pulling up the Italian lineup and the Swedish lineup. Here we go. Luca Frigo. Luca Frigo. All right, across to Hedman. To Nylander. By the way, to all of our Swedish fans who are watching right now, how many of you are nervous? Are you nervous yet? Do you hear the Italians in your walls? They're coming for you. Man, I think Luca Frigo, I'm not even kidding when I say this. I think he just scored the biggest goal in Italian hockey history right there. And I don't think it's particularly close. Like, I don't think you could say, I don't know, man. I don't think that you could say anything else. That's nuts. That's absolutely crazy. What a great story. And I'm just playing with the picture on my TV screen here so I don't come across as the whitest white guy you've ever met in your life. But oh, Frigo means fridge in Italian. So Luke Fridge, baby. Luca Fridge. That's amazing. That's so great. Oh, man, what a fun time. Demon Hunter Mog says, I'll answer the poll. No one saw that coming. That's true. That is a crazy one. Power Pat says, my dad is Italian, so I'm Italian today. All right. Man, I'm just looking back through the chat history. When the Italians scored, the amount of just abundant emojis with the Italian, hey, and also the caps lock. Can we get the upset of upsets? Italy beating Sweden just through one period. That'd be crazy. Chloe 1413 says, I joined late and Italy scored. What? Yeah, Chloe, you know what's crazy? It was all Philip Gustafson's fault. When you watch the replay, you're not going to believe it. It's just crazy. This is just, by the way, if you just joined, this is a great hockey game. It's been really fun, wide open, like almost feels a little bit like a World Juniors game. The Italians are moving the puck really fast. And listen, a lot of these guys are pro levels just above what the American Hockey League would be. Or sorry, just below. I'll tell you this. Eriksson Ek is getting in the face of the Italian goaltender. Big time. He's been in there a few times, and he's been a pain in the butt. Damian Clara, by the way, is the Italian goalie's name. And I'll get you a little history on him. There's going to be a lot of this throughout the tournament with some of these early games. Damian Clara is a second-round pick by the Ducks. Currently, he plays in the Swedish league, where this year he's putting up an 888 save percentage. So probably not his greatest season, but 16-13. He was with Karpat last year. And he's with Brinus this year. Anyway, Damian Clara is a real, legitimate NHL prospect. 6'5", 21 years old, 207 pounds. There's Nylander. Across. Kempe back to Nylander. Nylander with a shot. Clara with the save. And the puck is almost put out. The Italians can't get it past Rasmus Dahlin. To Nylander with a shot. A sneaky one. Clara able to get that with his right pad. Only 30 seconds gone on this power play so far. Italians playing tough D here. Eriksson Ek, who has been right in Damian Clara's face all game long. Oh, wow. Dahlin across. Big shot. Clara with the save. Damian Clara, man. Maybe that's a name we ought to get to know. By the way, the Italian backup goalie name is a lot more, he's a lot more Italian sounding. Davide Fadini. Davide Fadini. You know that's Italian. I don't even have to tell you that's Italian. That's Italian. And by the way, Davide Fadini, undrafted guy, plays for Closton HC of the Swiss A League. 921 save percentage in 24 games. It's pretty solid. Carlson to Brat. Tried to get it to Zabinajad, and the Italians are going to have a 2-on-1 here. Short-handed. Frigo, the goal scorer, tried to get it over. Not able to. I think it was Bontenuto that was going to the net. Frigo has been a force. Number 93 if you're looking for him. Doug Gilmore / Mitch Marner's number. Carlson. Puck off of, what's this? I'm trying to remember all the names here. Montenuto. Daniel Montenuto. This is why international hockey is so much fun. Like, we got to do more of this. I want to see Team Italy. I want to see Team England. I want to see Team Spain. Give it to me. 3 shots for the Italians through this. I think the Swedes have had like 6 shots just on this power play alone. Italians have done a very, very good job keeping them to the outside. And there's a goal. Death beats Damian Clara. That's got to be the seventh shot of the power play. And this game is tied up at 1. And look at those Swedish fans. Those Vikings. I think that was Gabriel Landeskog. Drew will be happy about that. Listen, I know that it's the likely outcome, but you got to admit, maybe if you're Swedish, you don't have to admit this. But if you're anybody else, it was pretty cool that Italy had the lead there for a bit, wasn't it? And it looks like that goal actually goes in off an Italian defender. Oh, it's sort of a bouncer. So it kind of, Landeskog shot, I don't know if it hits Seed or Side. I don't know. All right, let's get Italy back in this game. Matthew Bradley, by the way, very Italian name. Matthew Bradley is the center. He was a 5th-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens in 2015. Did have a quick stint with the Marlies in 2019 for a couple of games, but has played most of his time in the Austrian League. 39 points in 41 games. So no joke, Matthew Bradley of Vancouver, British Columbia. He is a Canadian by birth, but obviously playing in the Olympics now. I can't say I blame him. Holmberg getting across. Now, we're expecting most of this game to be in the Italian zone, but might be a 2-on-1 here. Oh, nice little move. Shot. Oh, it just goes wide of the net. That was by 6-7 on Italy. Yeah, I did it. That was Michael Frickland. Also, not a very Italian name. Let's look at Michael Frickland. Michael Frickland, who was born, does not say on HockeyDB, but he plays in Valpustera in Austria. I hope I pronounced that right. Michael Frickland, who was born in Sweden, but plays for Italy. Interesting. So his Italian ancestry, taking the opportunity, play at the Olympics. Why the heck not? 9:16 left in the first period. Shot by Carlson. Saved by Damian Clara. Nylander, who's been a factor. He's had the puck a lot this game. He's been on the ice a lot so far this game. Across to Nylander. Waits. Clara's got body position on him. Oh, Marini tried to get it out, but Dahlin uses his big size to get around. Nylander almost had one there. Nice setup by Eriksson Ek, but he just puts it wide. This is a wide open hockey game. I'll tell you this. This is more entertaining than any Leaf game I've watched this year. Seriously. This is good. Now, let me see if I miss any super chats here. No, I didn't. Thank goodness. Terry says Sweden is playing like the Oilers with all these turnovers. That's true. They're giving the puck up a lot. (17-3) are the shots. But you know what? The Italians have had a few odd man rushes. Like, we're grading on a curve here. There's not a single current NHL player on this Italian roster. Damian Clara, their goalie, is probably the closest to it. He was a draft pick in 2023 of the Ducks, and he's playing in the Swedish Elite League right now. But like, this is like I don't even know how to describe this. This is like, I don't know, Team England playing Wrexham United. It's a very, very different level. And yet, the Italians are in it, man. The Italians are in it. Chris Peterson Yeet says, would this be the biggest upset since the U.S. versus USSR in 1980? I think one of the bigger, I think Sweden, Canada, 1992 with that Forsberg goal. Was that Lillehammer? Canada got silver that year. That was a pretty big upset. And that really put Peter Forsberg on the map, even though he was great. And the Nordiques knew that, but they traded for him. I'm trying to think of another one. The Czechs versus Canada in Nagano in the semis. But like, we should have kind of known the Czechs could have done that because Dominik Hasek was in net. Yanni Havisto, sorry I can't watch this game. I need to go see my friend. Well, Yanni, we'll miss you. You might be missing out on an opportunity to see Sweden, ruin this one. Max Power says Belarus beating Sweden was bigger. I don't even remember that game, but I guess they did. Oh yeah, I do. Was that Torino? That was Torino, right? No Channel says, hey, Adam, are you sick? Yeah. Can you tell? Definitely sick. Definitely sick. But alive, awake and alive and ready. Yeah, so Belarus beat Sweden in 2006 in Torino, also in Italy. Could something be happening? Now, the Swedes did go on to win gold in that tournament, I believe. But yeah, they won gold because Nicholas Lindstrom was just amazing. And Canada was not good. HS says Adam needs some of that tea you read about now. I do. I'm drinking a coffee, which probably isn't going to help my voice, but I'll get some tea and honey in the intermission. By the way, the Olympics have not been going so well for Canada in terms of medal count, which is weird for the winters. You would expect more. So we're going to hang a lot of hopes on our hockey teams, I think. Natalie Drake, 33, settle an argument. Would NHL versus PWHL be a blowout? Yeah, I think it would. And it's not because PWHL players aren't great. It's because there's a huge physical unfair advantage that men have over women at most levels. But when you're talking about elite athletes, it'd be very, very hard. Very, very difficult and not a fair matchup. Forsling with a shot. Yeah, you can't really compare them. But if they were playing each other, I think the PWHL play, like, it's just not. It's not. Well, you got a bunch of guys who are like 6'7". Like, it's not. It's just not fair. It's not a matchup you would do. Yeah. Somebody asked, is Markstrom in net? Markstrom is not in net. It's Philip Gustafsson. And when you go back and you look at the replay, the goal the Italians scored, which is scored by Luca Frigo, that's Phil Gustafsson's fault, guys. He came out, didn't fully play it. If you're a goaltender, tend to the goal. That's what he did. And the Swedes have actually iced the puck. How about that? Jesse Blake says, I like the Italian Matt Bradley. Ryu says, does Gustafsson lose his spot to the Slovak goaltender? I think it's, how do you pronounce it? It's Halaj? Anyway, he had a crazy game today, but we were recording the SDP, so we're watching the clips as it came in. It's crazy what happened in that game. Unbelievable. And I think, assuming that the Slovaks can keep it up, really all they need to do is beat Italy. I mean, it'd be great if they could keep it close against the Swedes because there is like a goal scoring, in case of a tie differential. I think it's goal scoring. So you want to probably get as many goals as you can, but that might put the Slovaks through to the quarters, which is monstrous. Like that's a crazy. If Finland doesn't make it to the quarters, that'd be crazy. Jackson said, "Does Wallstedt get a game?" That's a good question. I would assume maybe. I mean, if they've got back to backs, which they do, um, maybe you give it. Maybe you give Wallstedt the start on Saturday, because just so you guys know, I'm doing Team Canada and the United States. So tomorrow, I'm just going to give you the stream lineup tomorrow is kind of insane. Jesse for Canada versus Finland at 8:30. Then at 10:40, we got Steve for Canada versus Czechia. So Jesse's doing Canadian women, Steve doing Canadian men, and I'm doing USA Latvia. And then Friday, Steve's got Canada Switzerland at 3:10, and I've got Sweden Finland the following morning at 6:10, and then later that day at 3:10, USA Denmark on Valentine's. My wife's thrilled. She's thrilled. Oh, big shot, big save. Damian Clara. Bit of a story here. The goaltenders are a bit of a story today. 5:22 left in the first period. This game is tied 1-1. Shots are 20-3 for Sweden, but hey, the Italians scored a flipping goal. Luca Frigo. He's going to be an international celebrity. Bradley gets it in. All right. Rasmus Anderson going around. So the Swedes are doing the William Nylander approach. They're just hanging onto that puck as much as possible. I think they're offside. We might have another odd man rush. Oh, unable to make that play. Bradley, which would be one of the higher scorers for the Italian team, was almost away there, but no. I mean, when you're going up against Victor Hedman, it's kind of hard to get a breakaway anyway. Holmberg makes the pass in. And Landeskog just missed that redirect. He had the opening goal, which is pretty cool for the captain. Forsling with the shot, Clara with a save. Damian Clara, one thing I'll say, I'm watching the way, and listen, I don't know much about playing goalie in the NHL because it's such of a weird position, but his body positioning is very strong. Sorry about the coughing. I'm doing my best over here. 3:55 left in the first. 22-3 now are the shots. I think 7 to 10 of the Swedish shots happened when the Italians took a penalty. And into the Swedish zone go the Italians and back out. Patterson to Zabinajad unable to make that play. Here we go. We got some Italian offensive zone time and a great play out front. Team Italy not able to put that home, but that was a great play, and you had Gustafsson beat if you were able to get a stick on it. Listen, give the Italians credit. They are hanging in there, and that's what this tournament's going to be for them, hanging in there. Just hang in there. Show some heart and some soul. You've already given the Italians a reason to cheer. You go to this intermission tied 1-1 if you can. You're going to get a crazy-ass cheer from the Italian fans who are there in force tonight. What a cool event to be at. I'm extraordinarily jealous of all the media that gets to be there and all the fans. Like, how cool is this? Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek has been active today, active in front of the net. We were talking about one of the things that Sweden probably will miss very much is, a second, third line center of Leo Carlson. Him being injured really sucks. He'll be at the next Olympic Games in 2030, but, kind of wondered how that might affect the Swedish goal scoring. I feel like they're going to be okay on the wings. Clara with another big safe shot, and there's a goal. And I think that's Gus Forsling. Monster shot and a very, very smart play by Gus Forsling. Damian Clara does not have a lot of an opportunity there to make a save. And there's a cute baby in the crowd, too. That's a bummer for the Italians. I was really hoping they'd go at least to the intermission tied. But hey, it is Team Sweden, and they have 24 shots. Clara's been playing, like, excuse the term, he's playing his balls off right now. This guy's crazy. Man, it kind of feels a little bit, actually, watching Gus Forsling score like that, it kind of feels a little bit like the 6-1 Leafs loss in games 5 and 7 this past spring. Just a Gus Forsling dominating team. Bah. Sweden's looking really strong now, but they should look strong. Like, let's be honest, we're grading Sweden on a curve. If the Italians get through this game and they've only lost 5-1, I'll be like, yo, mad respect. Dakota says Damian Clara still has an over 900 save percentage after allowing 2 goals in the first period. That's insanity. That is insanity. 24 shots in a period, and it's not even over. iDog says, I'm a Panthers fan. Why can't Forsling do that for us? Because it's Team Italy versus Team NHLs. Outpost says, to be fair, Clara's been pretty meh in his domestic league in Sweden. Yes, he has. I think he's got an 80-something save percentage. I said it a little bit earlier, but I got to tell you, you play for your country. I feel like it's just for certain people, it brings out superhuman things, right? And he knows, I think Damian Clara knows that he's one of the more accomplished players on Team Sweden. He's drafted. The Anaheim Ducks drafted this man. So he's got to bring it. E. Siggy says, I made 69 saves in a high school game once. Nice. He's going to end up close to that. Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys win that game? I got to know. When you had to make 69 saves, did you actually win it? Because that'd be pretty badass. Ryu says, since Italy is often 2 tiers below Sweden in terms of world championships, Division 1B versus World Championship, good for them to keep it this close. This is why we need more international hockey. Like a true World Cup of hockey with 16 or 20 teams would be, or even 24 teams. Can you guys imagine if the NHL actually knew how to do this properly? Like, oh, forget Team Europe and the young guns and all that bullshit. I don't care about that. Give me these teams I've never heard of or have never seen before. I want Team Japan. I want Team Great Britain. I want who else? I want to see Kazakhstan again because they used to be in these two. I want to see when Russia and Belarus are inevitably allowed back in because they will be soon. We all know it's coming. Like, let's get the world together and play some damn hockey. Yanaki says, is Greece in it or no? Not this one. Italy and France are the 2 teams that are sort of the 11 and 12. And France has a current NHLer on it and a former NHLer. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare is the former NHLer. He's 40. He's the captain. And Alexandre Texier from the Montreal Canadiens is also on Team France. Also, Austria. Team Austria always puts together a pretty good team. I'd love to see Austria, Germany, and Switzerland all play each other. Oh, Kempe up to Nylander. Nylander works in on Clara. And Clara holds his ground. Willie's been all over the ice. Nicolego 13 says, I want a 64-team tournament, but no top countries. No, you got to have the top countries. Because if you don't have the top countries, then there can't be any crazy upsets. That's what makes the World Cup so special, right? Like soccer, is the fact that you get like, oh, man, this team scored a goal on this great, like, what did Jesse say? The whole thing with Trinidad and Tobago in one of the tournaments was just score a goal, and they did, and the whole crowd just lost its mind. Like, there's something about that that's really special. So we got 107 left in this period. Damian Clara, story of the game so far, only 2 goals allowed on 26 shots. Funny that the team that's losing has got the player that's the story, but it's Damian Clara. I'm sure Anaheim Ducks scouts are watching this game with genuine interest. Shot is blocked. There is a Larkin, by the way, on Team Italy. He is the captain. And his name's Thomas Larkin. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. I hadn't until today. But, that's the way she goes. So Thomas Larkin, what can I tell you about the Italian captain? He is British-born, was born in London, and played most of his he was actually drafted by the Columbus Blue Jackets in 2009, if you can believe it. Played a lot of time in the AHL, almost 100 games, and then decided to go to the KHL for a couple of years and has spent the last 9-10 years in the DEL in Germany. Pretty good, too. Pretty good numbers. Tough guy, heavy guy, 35 years old, 6'5". Tough defenseman. Period's over. Great job, Italy. Great job, Italy. Now, as you guys may or may not know, it's hockey card time. I'm going to open a couple of packs of hockey cards. Now, these are Tim Hortons hockey cards, which they've gladly gifted to us, which I'm so grateful for. And in every pack, you get 2 base cards, and there are gift cards. So Jesse's been looking for the free donuts. I could probably use a free tea right about now. But there are also signed Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon cards in here. So hopefully we find one. I'm going to open up my first one. You guys ready? And Maddie, what do we have for a clip? All right, how long? All right, I'm going to rip this. Well, I couldn't get the cards open. I'm going to do a couple of these, and then we'll go to that clip. So all right. Now, these are players that have played for Canada at all different sort of international tournaments. Not currently on the team, but still a pretty damn good player. Logan Stankoven. All right. This is one of the specialty cards. The gold medalist cards. This is Emily Clark. You guys know him. Oh, hold on. That's terrible. And back it up. All right. There's Emily Clark's. And then, now this is a throwback. Has not played for Canada since the World Championships in 2014, but it is the most interesting man in hockey, Sean Monahan. All right, I'll do one more. Before we go here. All right. All right, here we go. We're going to open one up, and then we're going to go to our first intermission series from Steve Dangle Podcast, breaking down Team Germany. So, first base card, Alice Shelton. There you go. And then who played in the Beijing Olympics, by the way. Oh, a gold medalist, Mr. Anaheim Ducks favorite, Mason McTavish. He played in the World Championships last time he played for Canada. And, this is a throwback. World Championship god and junior hockey god, Jordan Eberle. Like, bless you, boys. What a comeback. That was Jordan Eberle. Anyway. Let's play the Team Germany thing, and then I'm going to get some tea. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to get my voice back, and we will be back for period number 2.
Hey, let's move to Team Germany. Now, this one's interesting because their forward group's pretty insane. On defense, it's Moritz Seider and his merry men.
There's another guy who's going to he might have to play 40.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting about Germany, too, is, again, like the Czechs, like the Slovaks, they play a system. And, that first line's pretty sick. Draisaitl, Stützle, Peterka. And then you got Szymanski, Sturm, Reichel. And then McAllis, who I don't believe has ever played in the NHL. Is that Tobias Reeder?
Oh, wow.
Stakowick? I don't know. He's a Lightning player.
Tiffles,
Dominic Cahoon, and I don't even know who that is. Ill.
We got the European Hockey League.
Yeah, that's right. Alexander Ill. And then look at defense. The defense is hilarious. You've got Leon Gawanke. You got Moritz Seider. You've got 2 Muellers. All right.
They're 2 different ages, which helps.
Kai Wisman. And the first Mueller, who's in the top 4, is Jonas Mueller. Steve, you ever heard of Jonas Mueller?
No.
And then in the 5 spot, Fabio Wagner. We love Fabio. And then the second Mueller is Moritz Mueller, who is 39 years old. Good for him.
I love hearing you try and get these names.
Yeah, the German names are very tough.
The German names are fun.
Not excelling.
Austria. I remember the first time we did the Olympics and we went through some of the rosters and we went through the Austrian roster and trying to pronounce those.
Give us the press box.
Yeah.
Press box. Schutz, Giebel, Toomey, and Kable. Kabel. Kybel. It's Kybel. Because the A with the things.
I don't know, man.
And then their goalies are Philipp Grubauer, Niederberger, and Franz Reb. And you know what? If you've heard of Franz Reb or Niederberger, good for you.
I've heard of Niederberger. I have.
Good for you.
I need a burger right now.
Good for you.
Grubauer, who I have been all over for 2 or 3 years now.
Do that.
All over. Because he's been bad. This season, he's been very, very good.
They're in a playoff spot.
For Seattle. Yeah. So a lot of what Team Germany accomplishes at this tournament is going to have to go through Grubauer in the same way that we talked about Lucas Dostal for the Czechs. Grubauer is going to have to steal a game or two here. The first line for Germany is one of the scariest at the tournament.
That's so good.
Draisaitl's obviously completely absurd, but one of the most underrated performances I've seen in recent memory was the duo of Tim Stützle and JJ Peterka at I think it was the 2020 or 2021 World Juniors. It was the COVID one. Germany had no business beating anyone who they beat. Stützle and very underratedly Peterka put that team on their backs. So there's already built-in chemistry there, even if they haven't necessarily played that much together in recent memory. And then taking whatever line mate they had in that tournament and replacing them with Leon Draisaitl. Is crazy. We know Draisaitl's going to play 25 minutes.
Yep.
Stützle is going to play the same. I would imagine Peterka plays the same. And from then, everyone else just has to pull their weight.
And I think in the group that they're in, I could see them beating Denmark. I could see them. It's going to be a tough contest, but I think they can beat Latvia. USA is obviously going to be the favorite in that. But this is a group that can get in.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Cider is having, he's going to get Norris votes this year. Might even get a sneaky Hart vote or two. He's having an absolutely unbelievable year. Underestimate Team Germany at your own peril. I'm serious. I know we talked about how I don't really know this guy's name. I don't know this guy's name. Even Tobias Rieder, Dominic Cahoon, these are all guys who
have played
and would know a lot of the guys who are coming over. Underestimate these guys at your own peril. A lot of crazy top-end talent. If they get a few saves and they get some performances from their non-NHL guys, they could medal. I'm not kidding.
Jesse, a guy that stands out for me in that top six is Lucas Reichel. He's a high draft pick for the Chicago Blackhawks. Didn't work out there, so they sent him to the Canucks, and now the Canucks are trying to trade him. This could be a tournament where, the Canucks are like, hey, we're going to get something for Lucas Reichel now. But it's also a tournament where he can say, this is why I was drafted this high, right? You can take a tournament like this and maybe get a third team to take a chance on you. No?
Yeah, you're thinking he uses this as motivation, jumping off point?
Well, yeah, just be like, look at what I was able to do on this Team Germany, right? Because I think anytime you have a first-round pick, especially the guy that went that high, and they don't work out, you're like, well, there was a reason, though, that they were drafted there.
International tournaments are great for getting paid professionals to ignore an abundance of evidence for a very tiny bit of evidence.
Yeah.
Right? So I agree with the sentiment that you're throwing out there. I think he's almost like a victim of his own success. And sometimes you'll see an example of a player who is extremely talented, but maybe made the NHL a little too early. And he's almost like a prisoner within his contract.
Right. Yeah, that could be it.
He's on this team for a reason.
Okay, and we're going to get through a few more teams, but very quickly. Okay?
It's just on the Germany front. As much as I love to chuckle through Adam trying to cough through all of these names, and how much we don't know EHL and what he can do, just the way this tourney's laid out, this could be the team that gets one of the 4 buys past the play-in round.
Yeah.
They can beat up on the other 2 teams in there group. And then if they hang tight against USA, especially because they have 2 stars on their team that are as good as anybody in this entire tournament. You have Draisaitl on the top line, and you have Mo Seider at the top of your defense. Those 2 guys are going to drive everything. Everything's going to be through them. And if they have good tournaments, you can easily see them beating the other 2 teams in the group and then hanging tight with USA and then having a decent shot through the elimination bracket.
The 2 greatest players in German history on this team right now, Jesse, in their prime.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you get a performance out of JJ Peterka that we know he has the abilities to have, if you get Tim Stützle to play at the best of his abilities, and then you get the European guys who I don't know how much they've all played together, but they play a certain style of European hockey that might throw off the North American skaters. There's a chance here where Germany looks really good in this tournament and has a really deep run. If you're looking for a dark horse to medal or at least get into that bronze game, Germany would be my pick.
Let's not forget, and I think a lot of European hockey fans watching this right now are going to feel this in a very serious way. There is something that Canada and the US and maybe Sweden and Finland bring into these tournaments, and that's hubris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're going to overlook these guys, these non-NHL guys, and they always give them fits. Like you watch tournaments all the time and you're like, they're going to win 10-0. And it's like you squeak out a 2-1 win if you're lucky.
Yep.
Something like that. And the one last thing I was going to say, the list of players who have been better since Christmas than Tim Stützle is extremely short.
It's basically Nikita Kucherov, and maybe that's it.
It's short.
Just quickly, their first power play unit, I did want to throw this out there. Draisaitl, Stützle, Peterka, Reichel, and Seider. That's pretty nasty.
great.
Yeah, don't take a penalty against Germany.
And Steve, you mentioned those teams that the bigger teams take advantage of and they underestimate, I should say. The thing that those smaller teams do is they get great goaltending.
Yeah.
That's the X factor with a lot of these teams. And Grubauer, despite the years of evidence before that, has shown this year that he can be that goaltender and have a really good game.
He was runner-up for the Vezina once.
Yeah.
At what point?
There's a reason he has the contract he currently has, and it's because of that.
If Grubauer gets hot here, I don't know. I like Germany.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, I got some tea and some honey. I sound better, right? Sound much better. I got to tell you, it was a struggle getting through that first period, but I made it. And I hope that you're sticking around because I think we're gonna have a good time. Now, Sweden absolutely dominated that period, but we got to give Damian Clara his flowers. That would be the Italian goaltender. Sorry, okay. Can I just tell you before we give Damian Clara his flowers, I was making tea and honey in a Jesse mug, and I spilled honey not only on myself, but on the floor too. And so I spent most of the intermission cleaning up the floor, and I got it on my fingers. You know when it's like between your fingers and you're like, you feel like a little kid again? You're like, sticky hands, sticky. Anyway, so now I've got honey everywhere. Damian Clara. The guy stops 24 of 26 shots from a very dangerous Swedish team. I think that's pretty spectacular. Sorry, Jesse was just texting me. I don't think anybody in their right minds even expected that the Italians were going to get a goal, let alone open the scoring. And yet here we are. And I think that's pretty neat. That alone might have been the highlight of the whole damn game. But I'm very much enjoying this. Justin said, you think I can pull through? Well, that's nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, anyway, it's got to be one of those fun and exciting experiences being a cool guy today, enjoying my life and trying to get through it with this voice. All right, now I'm just signing into YouTube at the moment because, again, everything's just gone haywire. I got sick. It wasn't fun. And also, I'm asking Jesse, can you sign me in? Okay, we're signed in. I'm in. Here we go. I'm sorry I'm a bit of a mess today, guys, but the game hasn't really, the second period hasn't started yet. So I want to make sure I'm logging in. I want to make sure that I'm not missing any of your super chats. So here we go. Boom. All right. So listen, I also want to mention that I do have a stream tomorrow, and I think this is a good time to promote that. In fact, Steve has a stream, Jesse has a stream, and I have a stream. The fun starts tomorrow with Jesse at 8:30 in the morning. It's going to be Team Canada versus Team Finland on the women's side, 8:30 a.m. Now, that's the rescheduled game from last week. Remember, a lot of Team Finland had the norovirus. God bless them. They stuck it out, and they're going to play tomorrow. And then Canada will play its first game at 10:40 a.m. If you are working tomorrow, find a way not to, because Steve Dangle will be playing Canada, Czechia at 10:40 on SDPN. Now, remember, those of you who are my age, you'll probably remember that our good friends, the Czechs, really upset us at the Nagano Olympics. Wayne Gretzky, Eric Lindros, and the boys lost to Dominik Hasek and Jaromir Jagr. And boy, my little heart, can I just tell you, my little heart was so broken. I was so, the first time that you really get into the Olympics, it's really special. And 1998, that was me. I was 10. And it was and then I remember Esso had this gas station promotion where you could get a little binder, and it had the hockey players in the binder that you could collect. So every time my parents went for gas in January, I made them go and get the hockey cards that would go in. So every week there would be a new player announced or released. And one of them, interestingly enough, was Mark Messier, who was not then included on the team, but they thought he would be. Anyway, it's a Czechia, Canada. It's a sneaky game. It's going to be a good one. And then tomorrow afternoon, after Steve is all done, it'll be me. And it'll be me and Hayden. And we're going to be doing USA Latvia. And then the next morning, on the 13th of February, I'm doing a 6:10 a.m. Sweden-Finland game. So if you are from Sweden or you are from Finland, make sure that you're watching, because Sweden-Finland is enough to shut down both countries. Every time these two guys play each other, that everybody's flipping watching that. Saturday too, by the way. Saturday is going to be interesting because I saw somebody asking about it. We have 3 streams on Saturday, and I'm doing 2 of them. Early on, it's going to be Maddie and I, and we are doing Slovakia and Sweden, which will be a very tight contest based on how Slovakia did against Finland. So that should be a good one. That's 6:10 in the morning. So you're having your morning coffee watching Sweden, Slovakia. And then at 3:10, USA, Denmark. It'll be me and Maddie doing that one. And then Jesse, at some point, will likely be doing the quarterfinals in there, featuring Team Canada, we think. We don't have a time for that yet. So, and they're just showing Damian Clara on TV. Remember, he was drafted 60th overall by Anaheim in 2023. Legitimate NHL prospect. Pretty darn cool. Somebody said 6:10 a.m. on a podcast day. What is this, 2015? I know. Unreal. You know what? I don't even care. The Olympics are that special, and the fact that I get to do 2 games in one day, I'm so flippin' excited for that. Wake up, hockey, go home, eat, fall asleep, get up, more hockey in the afternoon, and then you get Saturday night. I don't think it gets any better than that. And we already have our first shot on the net. That gets it to shot 27 for the Swedes, 27-3. By the way, if we're playing the save percentage game, Damian Clara is kicking Philip Gustafson's ass. Philip Gustafson's got, I think, a 666 save percentage right now, or 667. 6-7. Damian Clara, well into the 900s. Go Damian Clara. Pretzel Hunt says maybe you should fit an F1 race in between. Those start soon too. Tim's been keeping up, nailing the Apex all winter. I'm rejoining him at the beginning of March. Baby, we don't stop. This is SDPN. I know I don't sound as powerful. Oh, we have a breakaway. Oh, it's Italy. Out front. Shot. Scores! The Italians have tied it up. 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 Oh, my God. Unbelievable scenes in Milano. Larkin, I think, is it Larkin that scored? Who scored? This is a great play. The Italians are laughing it up. This is awesome. A great play. They catch the Swedes in a bad change. Fantastic play out front. Absolutely spectacular. This is excellent. The Italians are absolutely going nuts too. I can't imagine if you're an Italian fan and you're at the rink, Matthew Bradley, who is the team's #1 center, plays a lot of time. I think we looked him up earlier. Plays a lot of time in the DEL. The Austrian league, not the DEL. He plays for Bolzano HC. 39 points in 41 games so far this year. Former fifth round pick of the Montreal Canadiens, 131st overall in 2015. The Italians are back in the game. Let's go. Burst McGurf says, why doesn't the NHL try to grow in Italy? It has mountains, heavy population, crazy sports fans. I know. I think maybe this will be good for it. Can you imagine, like, if you're an Italian, you've never seen hockey before. By the way, that was Dustin Gaisley that did a ton of the work on that play to Matthew Bradley. Dustin Gaisley is a heck of a skater. Holy. I can't imagine this going better for the growth of Italian hockey. By the way, Dustin Gaisley played for the Hershey Bears for a long, long time. I think was a part of, it looks like the Blue Jackets organization, but never drafted. Played a lot of time in the E, a lot of time in the A, and then has spent a lot of the last few years in the Austrian league. He is from Michigan originally, but obviously Gaisley has some Italian ancestry. Listen, shots are 28-4, but goals are 2-2. It's a goal scoring contest, baby. That's all we're worried about today. And Phil Gustafson has a 500 save percentage. I love the Olympics, man. This tournament, I've been waiting so friggin' long for this. Stories like this, stories like Slovakia beating Finland today. That was a shocker. Slavkovsky just tearing it up at the Olympics again. David Owen says, how's that Italy goal over-under looking now? Well, I think the goal over-under was 2.5, and we were saying under. I think Jesse said over because he's a lunatic, and he looks like he's going to be right. Yeah, man. I love this. Somebody in the chat said the Italians are for sure more efficient in their shots. No kidding. I don't think it gets more efficient than shot and goal. Yeah, Robert just jumped in. Italy has 2 goals. They sure do, and they're good goals too. Coached by a Finn, by the way. Maddie's saying the first goal is technically the goalie's fault and Gustafson's fault, which she's right on. But Luca Frigo had to be there, Maddie, and he was in position. Luca Frigo had to be there. Yeah, second goal was a nice play. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hockey Freak 1028 says, I'm not at home, so I have to choose watching the stream or actually watching the game. Why can't it be both? You can open multiple windows. 17:22 left in the second period. TMB Sports says, didn't you guys take the under on Italy scoring only 1 goal? No, it was 2.5. I took the under. I think Steve took the under. Jesse, I think, took the over because he's a crazy person. But sometimes being a crazy person works. Damian Clara is going to face like 60 shots, guys. We're at almost 30 right now. It might even be 70. Like we're 16:51 in the second period, and we're almost at 30 shots. This guy might be in for a 70 shot night. We might see a record here. Oh, almost a breakaway. Oh, Sweden got back. Italy was threatening. The one thing that Italy seems to have going for it is they're dangerous off the rush. And they can move. They can skate, you know? And now, obviously, this would be a smaller ice surface than a lot of them are used to because they're playing international hockey rules, all of them playing in various parts of Europe, KHL, DEL, Swiss Elite, Swedish Elite, all those leagues. They play the bigger ice surface. So these guys know how to wheel. You got to skate. And so having a smaller ice surface, even smaller than an NHL surface, because remember, this is 4 feet smaller than even an NHL surface is. Fascinating. Fascinating. They are lightning quick on that. They are very fast. They don't have the puck a lot, but when they do, they can threaten. By the way, Swedes are 1 shot away from 30. And we are not even halfway through this game. Damian Clara. There's your 30th shot. Oh, and a rebound almost goes in. Eriksson Ekline with Nylander here has looked very dangerous. Kempe is with them as well. All of them pretty clear on their assignments. Willie has been making great plays from up high. Eriksson Ek has just been down low in Damian Clara's face all game. Has not converted yet. Gabriel Landeskog got the opening goal for the Swedes, which was nice. Considering the road for the comeback for him, the fact that he's even playing at all, the fact that he gets to be the captain, I think it's pretty cool. TMB Sports. So Finland, was that men's or women's? So Italy played in the 2006 Olympics. I don't remember this, but I was in high school. Because it was in Torino. It was Torino. So the Torino Olympics obviously featured the Italian hockey team. The Finns hold the record for the most shots in an Olympic game, 57, says Maddie. I could see us surpassing that tonight. I could see that happening. And they beat them 6-0. Hey, Maddie, can you do me a favor? Look up Team Italy at the Torino Olympics and see if they scored any goals at all. I'd love to know. Man. Italians actually forechecking. Listen, if you're a Swedish fan, like you're probably going, what the hell is going on? We have to grade on a curve here. The Italians are the story. The fact that they're even in this game to this point is a shock. No matter where we go here, everybody's going to talk about the first 23, 24 minutes of this game. Clara with another save, and it's 32. What's that, Maddie? So Maddie's Googling this. There are already articles being published about Italy's performance right now, which is crazy. That's cool. That's really cool. Good for the Italians. This is just nuts. This is just so much fun. Okay. Yeah, did Italy score at all in that tournament? James Stemler says, well, it's all on you guys now. The CBC Gem app crashed for me. I made it just before the second Italian goal, and I can't get it working again on any device. I get a crash message. Okay, James, you can watch TSN or Sportsnet if you have those subscriptions, or if you have cable. It's also on that. Matt, you know what? Since we're in a commercial break, I hope you guys don't mind. I've got to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. Be right back. All right, Mad Dog, give me those stats. So according to IHF, the Italians did not score. Oh, but they say Canada beat Italy 7-2 in 2006. So the IHF is saying they never scored. Italy scored 9 goals in 2006 Olympics, 2 against Canada, 0 against Finland, 3 against Germany, and 1 against Czechia, and 3 against Switzerland. Okay. Okay. That's bizarre. That's all right. Sledge hockey clips. Adam sneeze sounds like a dying elephant. Damian Clara with a huge save on William Nylander. Yo, that wasn't a sneeze. That was me blowing my nose. And it does sound like it does kind of sound like that. Sounds a little like an elephant. I'm not gonna lie. Joshua Lambert says, "How about Slav's game? I bet on them big in the bracket challenge." Well, it looks like you made a good call. I also want to talk about that goalie. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Lavage or whatever his name is. He's like the 5th goalie in the Wild prospect system, and that guy is crazy. Good for the Slovaks, though. I think if they win against Italy, it doesn't really matter what happens against Sweden, because I'm going to assume the Swedes will probably have the edge on the Finns. I'm expecting Sweden to go undefeated in the round robin. The Slovaks will get through, and the Finns won't if that happens. So, the Slovaks could try to steal one against Sweden, as you would obviously try to do. But that now Group B is a whole different picture. Everybody assumes Finland, Sweden. I assumed it. It's not a lock. Slovaks, that was a big, big game. It's Hlavai. Quasimodo says, Adam, stop being an Italy doubter. Man, I thought the cities of Pittsburgh and who else hates me? Pittsburgh, Nashville, Detroit. Thought they hated me. Man, the entire country of Italy. Anderson in. Brought missed that one. Damian Clara, I think, got a toe on that. Guys, Damian Clara. I don't even know if it matters what happens the rest of the game. You got to give him MVP of the game, and a big save on Edmund as well. Baby, 33 shots. By the way, we're watching that shot counter for the Swedes. We are 28 minutes into this game, 33 shots. The Olympic record is 57. 57. Oh, Pettersson just missed wide too. So if the Finns set the record, 57 shots in a game, that was in 2006. Big save by Clara. And I think the Swedes are going to outbeat them here. Not outbeat them. Jeez, you can tell I'm high on cold medication. Going to beat them out on this one. But they might not win the game. Can you imagine Italy and Slovakia are the big winners today from Group B? Can you imagine? One thing that Sweden has looked amazing at, there's Pontus Holmberg, Leaf great. They've looked amazing at their reloads. Every time Italy gets that damn puck out, it's back in, back in, back in. But Damian Clara has been pretty damn good. All right. Damian Clara getting on everybody's radar. I hope the Ducks are watching. Pat Verbeek, where you at? Joe Pipple, Adam, don't give up on Finland versus Sweden. A lot of proud NHLers give huge effort. Oh, I'm not giving up on that at all. I'm not giving up on that game at all. I'm just saying Sweden's got the edge. If Barkov was playing, I would say they're pretty much evenly matched. But, without Barkov, it's just a different Finnish team, right? Yeah. Here we go. We might have an Italian breakaway. Ah! Oh, man. Owen is bad at games, says, this is so much better than watching commentary on BBC. Never mind playing the 170-pound TV license fee. Oh, my God. That's expensive. Because in England, you have to have a license to have a television, which is hilarious. We used to have that in Canada, and then nobody did it, and they couldn't enforce it because the country's too big. So, screw you guys. Not screw Britain. Screw people that are enforcing licensing. G. Ellis says, where can I watch this game? If you're in Canada, CBC Gem, Sportsnet, and TSN are all carrying it. If you're in the United States, I don't fucking know. Ryu says, fun fact, Clara's goaltender teammate is Maple Leafs great Eric Shalgren. Yeah. I love it. Retro Man says, Adam, where's your Italian jersey? Oh, Clara with another save. I don't have one. I've got a Great Britain jersey, and it's sexy. The Great Britain hockey jersey is actually really nice. I'll bring it in tomorrow for the next Swedish game, or the USA game, actually. It's sexy. It actually looks a lot like Team Italy's, just a little bit more design flair, but really nice. For US, NBC Peacock. Okay. Excuse me. Woo! Well, listen, I want to tell you guys, I really appreciate everybody being here. Albert says, Adam, is this the same cold you've had all of 2026? Believe it or not, I was sick 2 weeks ago. And then last week, my mom does a morning show. And when she's away, because I used to do morning radio shows, I fill in for her, or I'll fill in for her co-host. So I go in for a week, which means getting up at 4 a.m., which sucks. And I often will do that and end up sick afterwards because it's such a departure from my schedule that I get sick. And lo and behold, I got sick. So this is me getting sick and being sick. But no, it is not the same cold. It's a different one. Hallelujah. I'm just looking at my immune system going, all right, more sickness, just do push-ups. Push-ups, baby, push-ups. Also, if you're doing the Captain Jack Sparrow and sailing the high seas on hockey.tv, I've never heard of that. D Bigger, I cannot read your name, sir. But you asked me, how has Nylander looked? I need a goal. He's looked very good, looked very engaged, but Damian Clara, the Italian goaltender, is rocking it. He's unbelievable. Anyway. Dumino says, hi from Slovakia. Oh, man. I bet there's national celebrations in Slovakia today after that win. Major, major international win. Somebody asked a good question earlier. Do you think that anybody stands out enough in this tournament to... Oh! Italians almost get a goal. Nice shot. Goes off Augustuson's head. And there was a big, fat, juicy rebound the Italians could not take advantage of. Again, I keep telling you, the one thing that they have going for them on offense is the rush. They are dangerous off the rush. They catch the Swedes standing still. The Italians work. They skate, they skate, they skate. Do they have the puck ever? Not really. But when they get it, they get those quick little breaks. And you can tell, like, the Italian skaters are smaller. Like, look at how big Hedman looks compared to the Italian forwards. It doesn't matter. They got the speed, man. Now, I got to know, what I'm dying to know is how loud is it in that building? Like, I'm sure the Swedish fans are sitting there in that building going, I traveled from Sweden to Milano to see this game, and it's a 2-2 tie? What's going on here? They're probably shocked. The Italians, though, they're like, we're just happy to be here. Oh, nice shot off the... Wow. Oh, Rasmussen Anderson, excuse me. Rasmus Anderson. Again, you have to put up with me a little bit. I'm just a little not feeling great. So the Italians, according to Ryu, only have 2 players that are 6'5" or bigger, and one of them is Clara. And I think the other one, that's Damian Clara. I think the other one's Thomas Larkin, who's the defenseman. Josh says, I need Steve to do an IFR tonight. Italian fan reaction. Honestly, I'll text him. Hold on, I'll text him right now. Steve, you have got to watch this friggin' game. It's insane. Please, people are already asking for an IFR. Yeah, so Steve had not seen this. He was driving home. Excuse me for the coughs, guys. I apologize. Jesper Bratt making a move. Back to the point, and Carlson with a shot. Damian Clara, again, standing on his head. This is an insane game. I can't believe we get to be lucky enough to witness this. This is so much fun, and I'm glad you guys are all here. And I'm actually really, I'm looking at the amount of people. Man, we got almost 1,000 people watching this in the middle of the day. Well, I guess it's late day. Matthew says, is there still going to be VIP this week? Yes. So fun fact, we recorded SDP today, and then we recorded SDP VIP today, and now I'm doing this stream. For a guy with little to no voice, it's been a bit of a long day. Patterson with a shot. Clara makes his 35th save of the game on 37 shots. It's crazy. This is great. This is why we need international tournaments, man. Oh, Patterson's been making some good plays too, but just haven't quite connected. You can tell the Swedes are starting getting used to each other here. They're looking good. I mean, nothing wrong with their game. Just Damian Clara has been Damian Clara. Shot. And the Italians get their 9th shot of the game. Coco says it's giving Kristers Kozlevskis. Yes, it sure is. And Kristers is playing for Latvia. I believe he's their 3rd goalie this year. But Kristers Kozlevskis, who did they beat Canada or they almost beat Canada? It was a 2-1 game in 2014. He was crazy that night. He was crazy. By the way, without all the crazy ass commercial breaks from the NHL, these games move so much faster. There you go. We had a shot. Oh, Italians win the faceoff draw in the offensive zone. Go Italy. Hedman gets hit by an Italian. Let's go. Oh, and Swedes come in offside. Gabriel Landeskog, the puck carrier there. He's the one that scored for Sweden, opened the scoring for Sweden. Of course, Luca Frigo had opened the scoring in this game. Luca Fridge, as I learned in the chat. By the way, I guess you should probably tweet out that I'm here. Share. Here we go. I'm going to say, hey, come watch this insane. Hey, come watch this insane hockey game with us. Italy is tied with Sweden. All right, here we go. Italians in the offensive zone. Again, they don't have the puck much, but they got their 10th shot on net. And a little bit of the rough stuff, too. I like it. Kokido says this team would be so much better with Leo Carlson. Buddy, I love Leo Carlson so much. He's such a good hockey player. It's a bummer he's not here. It's a bummer. Robert Dew says, what do you think the issue with the Canadian women's team is? I think their issue is that America's really good. Like, really good. Jesse had some really, really good takes today on the podcast. The podcast is not out yet, but you should check it out when it is. It'll be out in a few hours. Oh, here we go. Oh, Clara with another save. That's 38 shots on him so far, 2 allowed. He has a crazy save percentage right now. He's going to lead the tournament. I'm going to let Jesse kind of take that one. We had a really good chat about it today. And tonight when the podcast comes out, you'll get it. James Stemler, cliche time. If I had $1 for every goal Italy scored in this game, I'd had $2, which isn't a lot, but it's sort of weird that it happened twice. It's very true. Very true. I mean, one thing I will tell you about Team Canada on the women's side is they look slow. They did not transition well. A lot of offsides. Took a lot of penalties. But when you have a team that's a lot faster and younger than you, you tend to take a lot more penalties. You just do. Anyway, I cannot believe how lucky we are to be watching this flipping game. And by the way, the Ducks got to be like, Damian Clara, we should have drafted him higher. 5:36 left in the second period. By the way, the Italians, low-key, have done a pretty damn good job on the defense this period compared to last. Remember, we finished last period with, I think the shots were like 27-3. So 38 shots. There's only 11 shots allowed so far this period. It's not bad. Again, grading on a curve here. There's no NHL players currently in the NHL on this Team Italy. A couple of former draft picks. Oh, big shot there by Broberg. And I can't tell if that went wide or high. All right. We got another hold on. I'm gonna take this moment. Go blow my nose. Give me a sec. Let's go. Steve said he just got home. It's on immediately. Hey, promote my stream to. We have over 1,000 maniacs. They are demanding an IFR. Also, watch the goals. Insanity. Sorry, these are the things I'm texting Steve. Jet Legend says, I love hearing you blow your nose. Listen, I would much rather just be honest with you about how I could put it on mute, but isn't it more fun to know that I'm just over there in the SDPN bathroom? Can I get a country check-in with everybody? Can you guys drop a flag in the chat? What country are you tuning in from? I want to see the flags. I want to see who we got. Who do we got? Because I know that we had some people from Slovakia. I know we had some Finns and some Swedes. Drop your country in the chat. Some Americans. Team America, don't worry. We got a Germany, we got a Switzerland, we got Australia, England, Great Britain. I don't know is that a fart flag? A lot of Americans, some Finns, Americans, Germans, Swiss, Thailand. Oh, we got Thailand. All right. Hungary, Sweden, in Bavaria, Germany. Wow. All over the world. How cool is that? How cool is that? Man, I love having you guys all here. And by the way, remember, I'm doing the USA-Latvia game tomorrow. We have 3 streams going tomorrow. Steve doing Czechia, Canada. Jesse doing the early game, women's side, Canada versus Finland, which is the rescheduled game from last week. Oh, we got a Brazilian in here too. Let's go. Indonesia's here. Brazil, which seems like the best place to see a concert. I don't know if there's louder crowds than there are for a concert in South America. Jet Legend says, I'm SDPN's unofficial Australian correspondent. I love it. Oh, we do have an Italian here. Vostrikov, 10. Tuning in from Italy. And somebody from Portugal. And somebody from Greece. And Mexico. You know what? To quote Bad Bunny, I'm from Canada. Fraser says, Adam is so sick he sounds like Alan Walsh. You know what? Not a bad comparison. Not a bad comparison. Oh, we have a Frolsch. All right. 4 minutes to go in the second period. The Italians are up over 10 shots. They got 11. Starting to come alive a little bit here. Oh, maybe not. Mika Zibanejad's going to have a breakaway. Fast break. Shot. And Clara, big save. Wow. Damian Clara. Guys, the Anaheim Ducks might have a goalie on their hands here. Canada. To quote Bad Bunny. Canada. What was the TikTok? Maddie and Steve were showing me TikToks today. People are like, Canada. Was it Canada? And then Whitby, Toronto, or how do you say Toronto? It's hilarious. Anyway, listen, I'm not over Bad Bunny shouting us out in the Super Bowl. Shout out to you, Bad Bunny. I'm sure he's Ontario. I'm sure you're Bad Bunny. Heather, the Avs fans, holy crap, that's the goalie drafted by the Ducks, right? It sure is, Heather. And it's a party in here. Dr. Firewater says Italy versus Canada, calling it. AB says, Adam, can you say triple hard cap? Triple hard cap. Gary's triple hard cap. George Peros' kangaroo court. I love Alan so much. He's, by the way, in Milan today. He just flew in. Darlene with a shot. Clara. Oh, and we got William Nylander with a goal. That's okay. The Italians will tie it back up. 3-2. Don't worry. They got this. 40 shots on Damian Clara, by the way. Everybody's saying I actually sound exactly like Alan. If there's any other Alan-isms you'd want me to say, noted Alan Walsh client. We got to play this for him. I'm going to have to pull these clips. Maddie says it's uncanny. Maddie, can we, I might actually ask you at some point to pull these clips and put them together, and then I'll just put it out on Twitter and be like, Alan, what do you think? Triple hard cap. Oh, Steve Dangle in the chat. Boo, Forza Italia. You know what? We're all cheering for Italy. Man, this has been so much fun. And the Italians have had their opportunities. They might have one here. Shot. Here we go. We're going to get one. Oh, out front. Darlene almost got dangled there, but he was able to recover. All right, Gary. What do I say? Somebody wants me to insult Gary Bevan. Adam needs to start raving about Bruce Springsteen. John Sebastian Waugh says, I will donate 50 subs if Italy wins. All right. Here's my question. How many people will rise to that occasion? Jean Sebastian Waugh 91 says 50 subs if Italy wins. Who else is in? Who else is gifting some VIP subs to everybody else? Remember, if you're a part of VIP, if this is your first time tuning in, we have the Steve Dangle podcast, but we also have SDP VIP, where we step outside of hockey. Anybody with a green sort of name in our chat, not only do you get access to emojis, but you're also obviously a part of the you're a part of the VIP. You get to watch all the episodes. If you get gifted a VIP sub, you get a VIP for 30 days. Try it out. Maybe become a subscribing member yourself. Who will match Jean-Sebastian Waugh? 50 subs if Italy wins. All right? Who will match? That's what I got to know. And let me ask you this. That's what I got to. If Italy sends it to overtime, they don't win. Are we going to do a little sub drop? Are we doing some sub drops? Okay. Somebody says I'll throw in a 10-piece. Unknown Gaming says I will do it. A Stuck Pixel says screw it. Italy's already won. That's probably true. They've won hearts and minds. There's 1 minute left, by the way, in this period. Shots are 41-11. Oh! Clara with another save. Damian Clara. Buy this man a steak or pasta dinner. Nylander. Doing his Nylander shit. You know how he does. And another save by Damian Clara. And by the way, the Italians are tough, man. They're not taking shit. Holmberg and Bonata getting into it. Oh, look at this. Wow. Adrian Kempe, and is it Di Jacinto? Di Jacinto and Adrian Kempe. Let's look up Cristiano Di Jacinto. Cristiano Di Jacinto. He is a former Lightning draft pick from 2014. Cristiano Di Jacinto is from Hamilton, Ontario. Played a lot. I played a lot of time in the A and the E, and now is playing in Austria. Cristiano Di Jacinto. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That should have been a high sticking call. How did the ref miss that? Adam, can you scream goal like a soccer guy? If Italy scores again, I mean, you should go back and rewind my Frigo call. Frigoro. I thought that was pretty good. But if the Italians score again, you got it. I'm screaming, baby. All right. People want to know, Magic 8 Ball, is Italy going to win? Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball. Will the Italians upset the Swedes today in this hockey game? It says, better not tell you now. I didn't even know that was an answer the Magic 8 Ball could give. The Magic 8 Ball is not going to tell us. Fine. Unbelievable. I can't believe the kind of game we're watching right now. All right. Second period done. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a wild period. Good for the Italians getting back in it. The Swedes have made it 3-2, but damn. Damian Clara, story of the game. Let's go through another Tim's hockey card pack. You can pick it up at your local Tim Hortons now. Remember, there's 2 base cards, but we're also looking for the third card, which is sometimes a gold medal card, sometimes a donut or free coffee card, sometimes a Sidney Crosby or Nathan McKinnon card that is signed. Yeah, I'm serious. Now, I got a real Canadian Olympian right here, Mr. Colton Parayko. That's one of my base cards. Let's go. And then I got, another one. No, this is a good one. He didn't make the team, but then he made the team. They put him on the team. Mr. Seth Jarvis. I don't know how many games he gets into this tournament. We'll see. And actually, all 3 of these guys are currently on the Olympic team. A Northern Stars specialty card. It's Tim Hortons and Upper Deck, Mr. Sam Reinhart, supposedly playing on a line. This is crazy. Have you guys heard about this line, by the way? I'm going to pull it up. Hagel, McKinnon, Reinhart. Can you believe that's going to be a line? Steve called it the all line. And I think he's right. The line. I think that's what it is. I think he's absolutely right. All right. Let me get another one of these. All right. Here we go. All right. Now, next one. Ooh, got a gold medalist card in here. Okay, so 2 base cards first. First one is Olympic 2014 Olympic hero, God amongst men, Carey Price. God, it's a shame he never won a cup. It's your fault, Mark Bergevin. Carey Price, God, an absolute God. Okay, all right. Second one, not bad. Big part of what was supposed to be a big part of last year's Four Nations team, but he got hurt in the first game. Mr. Shea Theodore also has played a lot of times in the World Championships. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, Toronto Maple Leafs legend, Eric Lindros, who won a gold medal after losing in Nagano in 1998, won in 2002 in Salt Lake. God bless him. Eric Lindros, friend of the podcast, has been on several times. Really enjoy Eric. He's a really nice guy. SLS 98. Hope you get your voice back, Adam. Also, which of these 3 jerseys should I buy? Sharks Joe Celebrini, Black Sabres Dahlin, or Nordiques McKinnon? Justin, can we put up a chat for SLS? I don't know how to answer that question. Do you buy a Sharks Retro Celebrini, a Black Sabres Darlene, or a Nordiques McKinnon? I want to see what the chat says. And then Mike effing Bond says, Jesse trying to draw the donut cards after trash talking breakfast was wild. Donut is breakfast food, Jesse. Oh, true. True. And then Logan Prescott. Adam, I'm going to Calgary in March. Both Florida and Tampa are going to be there. Which game should I pick? I think you got to go to the Florida Panthers game because Matt Tkachuk's playing, and it's his former team. That's what I'd say. That's what I would say. Okay, I'm going to go get my voice back. We're going to play a clip. Maddie, what clip are we playing? Whoa, we're going to do a little Latvia-Denmark roster breakdown for you. Check it out, and I'll see you at the beginning of the third period.
We're going to go to Latvia.
Oh,
Woo! Now, this is a team that gives Canadian teams fits every single time, and it's a much deeper team than you'd expect. Latvia is always known for good goaltending. But Vilmanis...
No, this is about how deep I expected it.
Okay, well, maybe you. But Vilmanis is the guy that lit up Charlie McAvoy. They're going to play in game one, which is hilarious. Teddy Bluger from the Vancouver Canucks. Zemgus Girgensons at right wing, and that's the first line. Trollmax, Lekmelis, Zirkles, line two, and then Ravinskis. Okay, now these are Krastenberg's Dogovins. I know that's Dogvin.
Kaspars Dogovins.
And then Balsers, Botna, and Bukartis. Bukartis?
I think Bukarts.
Bukarts? Whatever. It's very hard.
And then, whatever.
Balanskis is
on the Olympics page. They all have pronunciations of their own names, and they say them. We
that's
play them
cool.
at some point.
Balanskis and Rubens, left and right defense. Smits, Friedbergs, Zeal, and Yaks. And then their goaltending's really good.
Yeah.
Merzlikins, Artur Shilovs, and the guy that almost beat Team Canada, Kristers Gudlevskis, who has been that guy. That guy's got to play some Olympic games. You can't let him sit on the sideline. He's a monster in international tournaments.
It's crazy how good Merzlikins has been since. Who's the new coach in Columbus again?
Bones.
Yeah, Rick. But are they allowing him to be the head coach of Latvia? Because if so, they might win gold. I'm serious.
It could be.
He's been really good for him.
Yeah.
Listen, the strength with Latvia at any international tournament is always going to be the team play. And I can't believe Kaspars Dogovins is still playing. That's crazy.
Can I give you...
give it to me.
Can I give you Gudlevskis?
Yeah.
Gudlevskis, since 21-22, he played in Sweden, had a 921. He played in the Sweden just under league, won a championship, 920. And then his last 3 seasons in Germany, 914, 930, and 921.
He's going to play.
They should maybe play this freaking guy.
Yeah.
I like Latvia because whenever I watch an international tournament, they're like old reliable.
Yeah.
They're going to play a tight game, and I rarely see them get blown out. I can see them, maybe the score looks a little wonky in terms of like the shots or the time of possession, but it's always a reasonably close effort, and I'm never disappointed with a Latvian game. So I don't know, just pure vibes of watching international hockey. I like Latvia in any matchup.
Extremely disciplined.
Yeah.
Team. Well coached.
Balanskis is an interesting one. We saw him. We've seen him kind of emerge in Florida this year because of the injuries. I think he's really good. I mean, he's a late bloomer, but
scored a playoff goal against the Leafs.
Of course he did.
And
Zirkles was he not a Leaf draft pick, by the way?
He sure was. And if I'm not mistaken, he ended up in Vegas. I want to say that was in the 3-way Robin Leonard trade.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say, was it Amato, but that was a waiver pickup, wasn't it?
That was waivers.
Yeah. It's a team that always play, I'm going to sound like Pierre Dorian here, but they always play like a team. Oh. There's a Latvian way. It's low shots, low scoring, whatever, or you're going to break through our defense, but our goaltenders are huge.
Yeah. This is going to be the least impressive roster amongst teams with NHL players, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we are all kind of confident in the style of hockey that Latvia always puts out at these tournaments. So I think there's a reasonable expectation that they'll be able to hang with the teams with higher end NHL talent.
Well, so 2014 for Canada, I mean, there wasn't much drama. Carey Price just decided, I'm actually a divine entity and won't be beaten. And we were sort of talking about it. The team that came closest to beating Canada at that entire tournament was freaking Latvia.
This country.
It was Latvia.
Yeah.
It's completely crazy.
And it was Christers Gruslevskers.
It was Chris, who they've decided is their third best option.
Who's next?
The next one, and this is the last one. We're not going to do Italy, France because.
Oh, we're not at all.
Do you want to do Italy, France? We
No,
can.
it's okay.
Denmark. I think we have to include Denmark. This top line's not bad. Nick Ehlers, Lars Eller, Bjorkstrand.
That's not bad at all.
Then it gets a little thin, at least in NHL talent. Doesn't mean they're bad.
Yeah.
Fisker Mulgaard. What a great name. Second line center for the Seattle Kraken. He doesn't play that there. But anyway, Jensen, Blitchfield, Polson, True, Russell, Bow Hansen. I think that's Weiss and Storm. And then on defense, there are no NHLers currently. Lauritsen, Larson, Koch, Jensen, Abdo.
Really?
Abo.
Sorry, Abdo.
Really? Koch.
Lordison and Brugasier. Sure. Freddie Anderson starting for them makes a ton of sense. Mad Sogard, who was good last year.
You're going to have to make a big old bunch of saves.
And yeah.
Freddie.
And I bet Carolina's like, oh no. Please don't make him play too much.
Yeah, no, they got
Freddie's
Bussy.
great when he's healthy.
They got Bussy. They don't care.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then Nissen Dichow is their third goalie. Listen, what do you say about the Danish hockey program other than it's been spectacularly successful and coming on a la Germany lately? It's just perhaps a few years behind them.
That Germany's a good comparable because Germany, like us talking about the German hockey team the way we are, was unimaginable at one point.
They didn't make the tournaments most of the time.
When it was like Marco Sturm and Marcel Gotch,
Yeah.
who were like driving the bus.
Juve Krupp.
Yeah, and like now they have a gaggle of not just good but elite players.
Yep.
I mean, the Danes, it wasn't that long ago they won their first ever game at the World Juniors, and now any game they win, I don't think is shocking. Like, that's a very good, very capable line. Probably a solid second line on most NHL teams. True, I recognize. I think he's played NHL games. He's definitely at least been in the AHL. It's not a bad hockey team.
One thing, looking at the ages of these guys who are playing on the team, obviously a lot of guys I'm not familiar with, but they've gone with not a young team at all.
You're right.
It's a very mature team who's, I assume, in the prime of their careers, if they're all 33, 27, 28. And I wonder if they're going to have some sort of really good, stable play there because all the guys, you're not trusting a bunch of young talent to maybe just go out there and we play a fast game of hockey, where they'll try and slow this down so they can actually hang with some of these teams.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
So here's my question to you guys. Obviously, they're in Group C, which I said for the U.S., they need to win every game. They should win every game. But it's not like that division's devoid of talent. Obviously, Germany, Latvia, Denmark rounds it out. If Denmark's going to get a win, which would, I mean, sometimes at these tournaments, getting a win if you're in that position. Like I can imagine Canada at the World Cup this summer. If they get a win, that's going to be national celebration.
I remember, was it the 2004 World Cup? Trinidad and Tobago was in it, and the whole thing was score a goal.
Yeah.
And they scored a goal, and
they did it.
The whole country celebrated.
So for Denmark, what team, USA, Germany, Latvia, do they have the best shot at getting that win against? And listen, they could come in and surprise everybody, but at this point, I would think they're ranked 4 of 4 in that. What do you think is their best opportunity to have that moment?
It's gonna be tough.
I guess Latvia. Basically you're counting on your top line showing up, and does one of Merzlikins or Grubauer just have an off night? That's pretty much what you're hoping for. Maybe a team like Team USA doesn't take you seriously.
And you surprise them.
And
But
you can maybe even take him to overtime.
You're asking for a lot of miracle saves at Freddie Anderson.
yeah, you're right. You're asking for
ask-
2017 Freddie Anderson.
You're asking he needs to be otherworldly. Like this is how like teams who cannot or outclassed on paper get ahead. You know, it's with starting from the back end. It's goaltending, right?
Freddie Anderson's stolen a lot of games over his career.
Yeah,
it's not 36.
Possible.
No, I'm not saying it is. I just
No, I didn't accuse you of doing that.
Hey, Denmark, you suck.
I'm just saying, like, if you get a really good Freddie game against a Latvian team, they could win that.
They could.
I'm not ruling that out. I'm not saying 3 losses here. Denmark can easily steal a game.
And Nick Ehlers is no slouch in terms of scoring. He's also good defensively.
Adam, don't say Denmark sucks. What kind of an asshole would have a problem with Denmark?
What?
He's making a political joke, Jesse. You see, Denmark and they.
Greenland.
Yeah, he's making the joke. Anyway.
Hey, everybody. I just got word from my buddy with the Kingston Frontenacs, and Frontenacs legend Dylan DePerna is playing in this game. So there's another guy that, played some hockey over here. I don't know. Let's look up Dylan DePerna. He's listed as the 8th defenseman. Dylan DePerna. He's from Mississauga. He's 29. Played for the Rangers and the Frontenacs, and is right now with Bolzano HC of Austria. Very cool. Very cool. Guys, I'm absolutely loving this game. I'm loving how many of you are here enjoying this game with me. And no disrespect to all the Swedish fans who are here. I mean, you guys are up 3-2. I think you're doing fine. The story of the night is Damian Clara. Damian Clara is blowing people's minds. This guy, I think he's 42 shots against so far. He's led in 3 goals. That's crazy. That's nuts. Phil Gustafsson looks like he's super nervous and not having the best game. And listen, the Italians can't hold on to the puck very long. And it's understandable why. Look at who's on just Sweden's defense alone. Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, Rasmus Andersson, like first ballot Hall of Famer stuff. And yet, when the Italians get a fast break, they've got wheels. There's only 2 guys on the roster that are over 6'5", as one of our listeners pointed out. One of them is Damian Clara. The other one, Damian Clara being the goalie, the other one is Thomas Larkin, who is a defenseman and the captain of this team. It's crazy. Like, this is a hell of a story. And this is what makes international competition so much fun. Because at the NHL level, if you have a team that's getting caved in the shots, right? That it's like, they're getting outshot 40-11 like we're seeing today. It's just more like, wow, that team sucks. Or they're having a bad game. International competition is so different because you're like, wow, Italy actually got 11 shots and they already have 2 goals. They have a goal a period. And even if they lose this game, they're going to come away as heroes. I just think that's so cool about international competition. And you see this too in soccer all the time. Like, I think like Canada at the World Cup this year, I don't know really where they expect to be. They, rightly did make the tournament, that sort of thing. If they win a game, one game, people are going to go nuts. Last World Cup, it's like, if they get a draw, that'll be crazy. I am, me, myself, pretty excited about what this third period could bring. And I know that it could be nothing at all. But the Italians have kind of shown us that they feel like they're in this game. And we know they can beat Phil Gustafsson. They've done it twice. Let's see it happen. Dan Moore says Damian Clara has an 888 in the SHL this year. Listen, I don't know. First off, I don't know a lot about Steve. Steve Dangle knows a lot more about the SHL than I do. I don't know. Like, a lot of the goaltenders that play in the AHL, like a lot of teams don't want to put their goaltenders in the AHL because it's much more of a scrambly sort of game, they say. Like their NHL goalies, it's a very different game than the NHL game. I don't know if he's on a bad team. I mean, you could look at a bunch of goalie save percentages this year in the NHL and go, oh, well, they're bad. Well, no, they just might be on bad teams. And I mean, you could say that about John Gibson for years in Anaheim, and he's still a good goalie in Detroit. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, damn. Oh, here we go. I think there's Gaisley for the Italians. Not all of these names are going to sound very Italian, by the way. Some of these guys are from the States. Some of them are for Canada. A lot of Italian born, though. A couple of them from London, I think. England, that is. So, again, I can't pronounce his name properly, but the Slovak goaltender, Cole Mikkel, says Hulavi, he's the goalie for Slovakia that stood on his head this morning. He said he plays in Iowa. The Iowa Wild cannot defend to save their lives. Yeah. There's more to the stat line than that. You know what I mean? So, anyway, to the Swedes in the chat, you're not the main character tonight, and I'm sure you're okay with it. The Italians are, and we're just going to enjoy whatever happens in this third period. 43 shots to 11 already. We're probably going to see a couple more here. Nylander with a shot. Oh, that just goes wide. And there's your 44th shot. Damien Clara, just a quick rebound. So Italy is officially outshooting Sweden is officially outshooting the Italians 4-1 or 44-11. That's crazy. 4 shots for every one the Italians get. Yeah, this is nutso, man. This is nutso. Brad Anderson with a shot. That goes over. Wow. Brendan says, I want this kid in Dostal to be the next OP tandem in the NHL. Yeah, maybe Damien Clara is putting himself on the map here. You never know. Halavic? Is it Halavic? Halavi or Halavic? Halavi? Halavi. Okay, Halavi. I'll remember it. Halavi. It's like lobby, but Halavi. Or like halloumi cheese, which is very popular in England, by the way. I don't know why. You guys ever been there? It's like, oh, do you want some halloumi cheese on that? Halavi. Halavi. I'm saying it a bunch of times so I don't forget. Perdler. Oh, basically the Italian Austin Matthews. Perdler. Tommy Perdler. By the way, Tommy Perdler, let's look up Tommy Perdler. What do we need to know about Tommy Perdler? Tommy Perdler from Brunico, Italy, was born on April 13th, 2004. That's my birthday. Plays for Austria, or plays in Austria for the Pusteria Wolves, Val Pusteria Wolves. So I think sounds like he plays near the Italian border. Pusteria seems not a German, more an Italian sort of thing. Halava. Halava? Halava. It's a breathless consonant. Silent Rob 1192 says, okay, I think I got to turn this game on. Rob, you are missing a wild game, dude. And the Italians are now going to the power play. Leaf great Pontus Holmberg with a holding penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see the vaunted Italian power play take the ice. Are you ready, Sweden? All right, here we go. Bradley took the draw. They lost it, and out comes Victor Hedman. Victor Hedman looks like a video game character compared to some of these Italian players. Like, he is so big. He's so big. And you know the difference sometimes with these players, like all these guys in the European leagues are brilliantly skilled players. Sometimes it comes down to, like, are you 6'7" or not? Are you 6'5" or not? Are you 6'3" or not? Like, that can be the difference. And I think it's kind of fun to see them play each other. Wenberg. Oh, Bradley breaks that up. Dakota Perrin says, I cannot believe you guys didn't do a Team Italy preview. Shaking my head. I know. You know what? Next time we will. We didn't do Italy or France. We should have. Shot. Eriksson Ek. All right. 53 seconds to go on this Italian power play. They have not got a shot yet. It's kind of like watching the Leafs power play, to be honest. Although the Italians skate harder. I said it. They skate harder. They want it more. I mean, listen, they're at home. This is the number one team in their division. No questions. Can you imagine? They can even take this to overtime. That's got to be your goal. Just get it to overtime. Anything can happen in overtime. Anything. Get that goal. Here they are off the rush. This is what they're good at. Oh, it is. Oh, the Italians had a great opportunity there. Stick broke. Pedersen in. What a save by Damian Clara. Damian Clara. Bellissimo. What a save. And I think he's hurt. Oh, no, please don't be hurt. I think he may have strained himself. Please do not be hurt, Damian Clara. What a save. Pedersen with a great move. Damian Clara spreads him. Oh. So the turnover was sad because that's Alessandro Segafredo. Had an opportunity to take a shot, and obviously his stick just blew up. Look at this insane save, toe save by Damian Clara, and he gets a little bit of a tweak there. Please do not be hurt. Do not be hurt. Don't rob us of this man. Do not rob us of this performance. Okay, he's still in. He's still in. Worth mentioning again, Damian Clara, one of two players on Team Italy over 6'5". He needed those legs on that one. Italian power play about to wrap up. Oh, where's the puck? Okay, there it is. Shot! Oh, redirected. Italians are getting another shot. Oh, it's blocked that time by Pedersen. Oh. 49 shots, by the way, for the Swedes. If the Swedes get to shot 58, it will be a new Olympic record. The previous record held by Finland was 57 in 2006 at the Torino Olympics, not too far from Milano, relatively speaking. All right, Maddie has shared it on her stream. Mad Dog has put our link in her stream. Can you imagine? A Gen Z put our stream in her Instagram feed. Not gonna lie, I feel pretty special. Maddie says it's so interesting. It is interesting. This game's insane. We're almost at 50 shots here. Nylander. Shot. Clara blocks that to the side. And there's Jesse Blake coming up the stairs. He's got Walmart delivery bags. He's just to the side here. But he didn't come in and say hi. I'll get him on the other side. Oh, big hit. Italians are throwing the body too. They're using their wheels. They're throwing the body. Surprising some people with their speed, I think. And Clara is hurt. There's no question. He's in pain, but he's going to stay in. Baby, this is the playoffs. You stay in there. Oh, no. Please don't take the goalie out. I think they might. I think they might be taking him out. Shots on goal now are almost, I believe it's 49-12, if not 50. I'm so sad. If Damian Clara goes out, that's going to suck. Oh, I hope he can stay in. Like, that would be such a bummer, right? Like, it would just suck if he's not finishing the game. All right. Yeah, somebody said, is OEL not playing? I have not seen him in the lineup. I don't believe he is today, but that doesn't mean anything. He'll play. Oh, this tea is saving my life. Damian Clara is, yeah, Damian Clara is out, guys. He just strained himself on that Pedersen play. Oh, that really sucks. Looks like it was probably a groin or something, but he's seizing up. Oh, that's such a bummer. All right. Well, next man up. Gonna need the other Italian goaltender step up here, and I'll look him up. I believe it is David Fadini. Fadani, excuse me. Davide Fadani, which is also extremely Italian. Painfully Italian. He plays in the Swiss A League, Cloton HC, and he's got a 921 save percentage. So listen, he is also from Milan, which is kind of neat. Davide Fadani. I got the T thing I got the T string in my mouth. Yuck. Yeah. Bummer. But let's say Francois Lebel just got here after work. Can't believe Italy made a game of it. They sure did. Damian Clara, that's a name you got to remember. Davide Fadini just made I believe his first save there. Head. And by the way, Davide Fadini it's according to Hockey DB is 6 feet tall, but somebody here says Fadini is actually 5'9", a fellow short king. Says Silent Rob. They're saying it might be cramps, by the way. Francois Lebel dropping 5 SDPN memberships. I am begging for that to be cramps. I want Clara back in. Jonathan said, just saw the score and ran here. What is happening? Jonah, you missed an insane game, dude. It's insane. Damian Clara, Anaheim draft pick, just backstopped Italy, made 47 of 49 saves or 46 of 49 shots he saved. Buddy. And by the way, Francois Lebel just dropped 5 SDPN memberships. If you got a new membership, that means that you have access to VIP episodes, which are out every Friday morning. A little extra special sauce on your content week. And by the way, consider becoming a subscriber. You can also get episodes completely ad-free on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Every single episode of the Steve Dangle podcast. That's it. $6.99 a month. Here we go. Italians on a bit of a fast break here. Nylander getting back. Oh, your uncle probably hated that. What do you mean Nylander back checking? Oh, here we go. Pedersen with a shot. Off the post. Fadini missed it, but the post saved him. West Richard dropping 5 SDPN memberships. Shout out to everybody new here. I bet there's a lot of people here who are watching who are like, I've never done this stream thing before. By the way, if you are new here, can you drop a hello in the chat? Drop a wave in the chat. If you're brand new to this, you haven't seen a stream before, maybe you're brand new to SDPN. I want to see you. I want to know who you are. 53 shots for the Swedes, by the way. 5 more, and they will break the record. Okay, we got some new ones here. Sin City Sinner Mike. Hello. A lot of new people. Hello, new people. Welcome to Gripper Nation. We'll explain that later, but welcome to Gripper Nation. And welcome to SDPN if you've never done this before. Mark says, I'm 46 and this is my first stream ever. Interesting. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Oh, here we go. DiGiacinto. Here we go. Italians on the race. Oh, the rush. Italians on the rush. Shoot, rebound. Oh, my God. Oh, they almost scored there, too. Oh, they were real close. The Italian Austin Matthews, Tommy Perdeller, and then the Italian Doug Gilmore, Luca Frigo, who has already scored tonight. Already scored. This is fun, guys. Like this Italian team is crazy. Anyway, to all the new people, So excited to have you guys here. Remember, I'm doing every Team Sweden game, every Team USA game. Steve Dangle is doing every Team Canada game. Jesse Blake is doing every Team Canada women's game. So we got lots of Olympic coverage on SDPN. Come hang out. Even if you're at work, just have us on in the background. Canucks on top says, what line is Pedersen playing on? He is on line 3 with Ricard Raquel and Mika Zabinajad, although Philip Forsberg is sort of the guy that's kind of cycling through lines. So you'll see the left side. So Kempe, Bratt, Raquel, and Holmberg switch up. Oh, this is funny. The Game Verse says, I just saw a comment on Reddit. Philip Gustafsson is currently the 3rd best goalie in the game. It's not untrue. Will Gallo, 1085. Clara for Vesna. I don't care that he's in the A. He's not even in the A. He's in the Swedish Elite League. 53 shots for Sweden. If they get to 57, they tie an Olympic record. If they get to 58, they will break the record of the most shots in an Olympic men's game, which is a pretty crazy record to have. The fact that Italy is in this game, considering that, is what's so impressive. If Italy had 3 times the shots it has right now, it still would not have as many shots as Sweden. Francois LaBelle says SDPN streams are the best. When I can see the game and there's an SDPN stream, I mute the game. Hey, Jesse, come say hi to people in the chat. Jesse won't even come over to the camera. You think he's afraid? He's scared. He's scared. Guy's scared. Can't handle it. Actually, he spent a lot of time on camera today, too. Oh, my gosh. We had a lot of recording. Yes, for Brad. Going for the wraparound. Fadini is able to stop it. Yeah, Jesse does fear. Jesse fears Gripper Nation. He's afraid of us. By the way, for all the newbies, we call ourselves Gripper Nation. Why? It's too long to explain, but it makes outsiders feel uncomfortable. So now that you're on the inside, you're a member of Gripper Nation, where all are welcome. And shout out to Natalie Drake, who created this lovely photo. Gripper Nation, where all are welcome. All right. 53-15 are the shots. We're going to see if Italy can get back in this game. We're going to see if Sweden can break the Olympic record. Be great if we could get both. Why not both? Why can't we get an Italian-Swedish overtime and Sweden breaking the record? Ben's got the right idea. One of us. That's right. It's flipping right. Finnish legend Jukka Jelenin seems to be a damn good coach for the Italians. He's got him skating. Now, I'm pretty sick, as you can tell. Let me just go blow my nose, and I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Don't go anywhere. I'm literally just going to leave it open for you. Hang on. You'll be all right. Now, let's do a little Tim Hortons opening here, because Tim Hortons has got these Team Canada cards, and I am looking for a Sidney Crosby autographed card, okay? There are 2 base cards in every pack, men's and women's, and there are some that have gift cards. Jesse's looking for the free donut. There can be free teas and coffees as well, and sometimes you get a gold medal one, and I've had 3 of them today. I've already had Eric Lindros and Marty St. Louis. Now, this one's sick. I actually got a pretty great Canadian women's pack on this one. So get ready. Laura Stacey. Awesome. The friggin' GOATs. MPP, baby. Marie-Philippe Poulin. And a gold medal Brent Burns card, too. I'm going to get that donut card before Jesse does, just so you know. Just throwing that out there. Just so you guys know. By the way, check out those Tim cards. You can purchase them at Tim Hortons. Right now until February 20th, and they're collectible, and they have these really nice binders you can put them into. We love the Tim's cards. And you know what's on the way after this, right? Let's roll up the rim season after the Olympics. I'm just throwing that out there. Rolling up the rim. Raquel breaking in. Fedini's able to put a pad on that. Raquel gets the back up. Rasmus Andersson with a shot. The Swedish player falls on Fedini, but it goes off of it was either Pedersen or Fedini that made the stop there. Italy not able to take advantage of the Swedish mistakes, and there have been few and far between, but Italy has taken advantage. Seed is able to stop it up at the line, but not able to keep it in. $55 shots now for Team Sweden. They are 2 away from tying an Olympic record, 3 from smashing it. Turnover. Nylander, which he always does, creates neutral zone turnovers. He's a monster at that. Quaddy says, Adam, what are the thoughts on the smaller ice so far? Honestly, I haven't noticed, but I think the international players, like the guys who are playing for like Team Italy, who are not playing on NHL surfaces, they're playing on a double AHF, bigger surfaces. I think they're using their speed to to their advantage. They're able to. I mean, if you're playing on that bigger surface, you got to be able to wheel, right? And I think these guys can do it. Forsling. Down low. Oh, we might have a penalty there. Nope. Some rough stuff in front of the net right now. Oh, Italians almost turn it over. Swedes back in, 55 shots to 16. DeLuca gets it down deep. Italy has not had the puck much, let's be honest. But I will say this. When they do get it, they've created some great opportunities. It's both goals have been rush chances. Hedman moves in. Fedini with a big save. Clara and Fedini, big saves. I bet you Fedini has already faced as many shots. Well, no, not quite as Gustafsson. We're getting close though. I think Clara left at shot 49. We're at shot 56 now. We are 1 away from tying the Olympic record. 1,000 people in the chat, baby. 1,000 people. How crazy is that? Love this. Sweden, Italy. Surprise game after a really surprising game this morning, too. Slovakia taking on Finland and winning 3-1. Juraj Slafkovsky. You know, part of the reason he went number 1 overall was he was so good in the Olympics in 2022. Now, a lot of Canadians didn't watch because they were overnight. It's in China, right? But or was it Pyeongchang, excuse me. I don't know. I don't remember where the Olympics were last time. You could tell I didn't stay up and watch either. But Slafkovsky was a standout in that tournament. He continued that today with 2 goals, and Dalibor Dvorsky, I got the other one. Eriksson Ek. We are 1 shot away from Sweden tying the Olympic record, by the way. Oh, and we've got an icing call. No, it did touch someone. All right, here we go. 4:52 left in the third period. Pedersen in behind the net. Stopped up. Behind the net. Still in the Italian zone as we spent most of the game. Dahlin to Pedersen. Back to Forsling. Oh my God. Zapinajad had a wide open net and he put it just a little bit wide. I don't know if they'll count that as a shot, but if they do, because it did hit Fedini, it will be the Olympic record. And there's the goal. 4-2. And I believe that breaks the Olympic record. It is 4-2. Oh, heartbroken for the Italians, but what a game. What a game. Not Fedini's fault, not even a little bit. They just could not get it cleared. By the way, with that goal, Sweden breaks the Olympic record for most shots in a hockey game. 58-16. They have only scored 4 times. Fedini and Clara have put together a monumental performance. Damian Clara, draft pick of the Anaheim Ducks, went out with either cramps or a strained groin. Fedini doesn't have a chance on this. Pettersson's standing right in front of his eyes. There's no chance. Wow. You know, honestly, I was praying for overtime, and it might seem a little out of reach right now. But wouldn't it be fun if the Italians just said, screw defense, let's go for it? People are saying that shot was a bit of a muffin. You're right, it kind of was. Over 1,200 people, by the way, in the chat. This man, I love how many people are watching this game. This is so great. All right. By the way, people are asking who had the Olympic record for shots in a game before. That'd be Team Finland against Team Italy at the Torino Olympics back in 2006. Somebody just said my voice sounds like a sprained groin. I know. Listen, I just got to get through the last quarter of this period, unless the Italians really make a push here. You know what? I was praying for Italy. I really was. What a spectacular game. So much fun. Let me blow my nose one more time. As you can tell, I really need to. I'll be right back. We've talked about it a lot on Agent Provocateur, and if you're new to SDPN, Agent Provocateur is with an NHL agent named Alan Walsh, who is, has been a player agent for 30 years, tons of experience, and he said, fans and players have been robbed of NHL play at the Olympics, international play for a very long time. And even when the NHL does the World Championships or World Cup, they don't do a good job. I don't think anyway. I think they do a disservice to some of the smaller countries. And what I think they don't understand, and what we're starting to see even with a game like today, is the magic that can happen when you have a team that is so outmatched, like the Italians are right now, and yet they're in it. And listen, chances are they lose this game. But the fact that they had 2 goals, the fact that they had it tied twice, the fact that they opened the scoring, that's the story. And every once in a while, you get a game like this, and it's so special. And this is this is why I love international competition. And I think there's a whole generation, not just of players, but of fans that don't know what it looks like. And I'm glad that we're finally getting it. They're going to pull Davide Fedini. That'd be goalie for the Italians. I think after this, there's not a chance that we ever go back to the old ways of not having these tournaments. Italy was honestly they're outmatched in this game, but what really impressed me is their speed and their ability to take advantage off the rush of Sweden's mistakes. It's why they got the 2 goals that they got. Logan Prescott says, the magic of sports. Exactly, Logan. Kirk Dog says, English feed crashed on CBC Jam. I'm listening to you. Kirk Dog, I'm thrilled to hear it, buddy. 3 minutes to go. Voice is barely holding up, but I'm going to get through it because I got to stream less than 24 hours from right now. Oh, we might have another goal. Italy with a chance. Oh, and Gustafsson is able to shut the door. Marini was right in there. Oh, they know. They were close. Oh, wow. They were awfully close. Awfully close. I know that CBC Gem has been crashing for a lot of people today. You can, and Sweden just scored the empty netter. Bummer. You know what's going to be sad? For anybody that didn't watch this game, they're going to look at this and go, oh, yeah, well, Sweden won 5-2. Not a surprise. They're going to miss the story of how special this game was. And I know the Swedes are like smiling and stuff right now. Honestly, the way Canadians look at it, if Canada had let Italy do this to them, Canadians would be like, uh-oh, what kind of a team do we put together? I want you to tell your friends. I want you to tell your family about how good this game was. This was a special game. Italy should have never been in it. They're outshooting. Sweden is outshooting them 60-20. This is amazing. All I'm saying is pass along the message how fun this was. And don't ever let the NHL off the hook again when it comes to international competition. We can never let what happened from 2014 to now ever happen again as fans. We can't. Edmund is asking who's the MVP today. It's got to be our guy, Damian Clara. Unbelievable performance. Bummer that he had to be taken out. Not that Fedini came in and did a bad job. He didn't. Owen says, in fairness, what can we as fans do? Bullying works, believe it or not. They listen to you. Bullying works. Watch the games because the NHL is benefiting off of the advertising from the games. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. They'll listen to pressure. And also, for the World Cup, if they pull some bullshit like they did last time in 2016, where it's like Team Europe, which is comprised of like 4 or 5 different teams, fart. No, thank you. I want countries. I want countries. I don't want a young guns team. I want countries. .152 left in the game. Italy throws it in. It was Luca Frigo, by the way, one of the goal scorers. He scored. He opened the scoring. And it looks like with 90 seconds to go here, Sweden is going to control most of the play and be smart about it. The Italians have put on just a heck of a show. Let's see if they can get another goal here. Why the hell not? Get a goal. Get a goal. Score one. Oh, Gustafsson. What a big rebound. Listen, if you're playing Sweden tomorrow, make note of the fact that Gustafsson's giving up big, fat, juicy-ass rebounds. Gutotin Granny says, I'm a new member. Welcome. We're so happy to have you. And by the way, if you are new here, please come back. We got 3 streams going tomorrow. Jesse at 8:30 with the women's side for Canada. Steve at 10:40, men's side for Team Canada. And I've got Team USA versus Latvia at 3:10. Let's go. Love having you new people here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Gripper Nation. It's been great. It's been so much fun today. .38 seconds to go. Oh, that one goes off the bar. Worth noting that Fedini is a lot smaller than Clara. And you can tell by the amount of crossbars that are being hit since Fedini came in. .18 seconds to go. I think the Italians are just going to rag the puck here. You know what? Round of applause. The Swedes are giving a round of applause. The Italian fans are giving a round of applause. And I think we ought to give the Italians a round of applause. Big shout out to Team Italy. Big shout out to Damian Clara. Big shout out to Luca Frigo. And I think it was Matthew Bradley that scored the other one, wasn't it? You know what? A heartbreaker for the Italian fans because it seemed like it could happen. And that's what's so exciting about tournaments like this is sometimes magic does. And the first couple of periods in particular, they were under siege, but baby, they held it together. The Italian team put some respect on that name. Hell of a game. What an exciting start. Man, 2 awesome games to start. I unfortunately didn't get to watch the Slovakia game today because we were doing the SDP, but buddy, wow. Absolutely spectacular. Amazing. And hey, look at that. Piper Gillies got herself a bronze medal. Good for her. We know her on the SDP. She's a very, very nice person. Good for her. Another bronze medal for Team Canada. Let's go. Listen, I would normally stick around and hang out a little bit here, but it's been a long day. I've done 2 podcasts, and I've done this stream for 3 hours, and Maddie's exhausted too, and everybody's exhausted. So here's the deal. I'm going to run over the thing one more time since you're still here. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, Jesse doing Team Canada versus Finland on the women's side. At 10:40, there'll be a little bit of overlap. It'll be Steve Dangle, Canada versus Czechia. And then at 3:10 tomorrow, myself doing USA versus Latvia. Jesse's doing Team Canada women's. Steve's doing Team Canada men's. I'm doing Team Sweden, Team USA. Okay? Come find us. You guys were absolutely phenomenal today. To everybody who was new that's checking us out for the first time, I hope this isn't the last time we meet. Welcome into Gripper Nation where everyone's welcome. Tomorrow I'll be back and I'll have a voice too. Okay? Have a great night. Shout out to Justin and Maddie handling the chat, handling the stream. Love you all. We'll see you later.